Tonight, I'm excited to tell you about the skills-based volunteer cohort at Natural Areas. This cohort is being shared as a best practice around the nation. We hosted this fall the first time of a cohort of these volunteers. It's a unique opportunity for community members because they can give their professional level skills and help with staff-identified projects. You can kind of think of skills-based volunteers as pro bono consultants. Skills-based volunteers tie in with the city's strategic plan. You can see here that they're part of our workforce. We consider them part of the workforce at the city, and they are also helping directly with the Natural Areas mission. Natural Areas is no stranger to working with volunteers. Last year, there were 16,454 hours donated to Natural Areas, and it's actually a 20% or 19% increase from last year. And if you do the math, that's about hours that 8 full-time employees would contribute. So why did we choose to work with skills-based volunteers? We have a huge demand from the community for new volunteer opportunities. Often we can't accommodate all of the requests. So volunteers have told us that they do want to be contacted about their unique skills and experiences. We also wanted to reduce barriers for people to volunteering with the city. We kind of heard a little bit like from Colin tonight. Some volunteers want to work indoors or commit for just a short period of time or volunteer virtually at their own home. And staff also said that they wanted to work with volunteers that had a start and an end date and gave really high impact volunteer work. So when I started at Natural Areas, I asked staff, what would you do if you got a grant for $10,000 and you could only use it to hire a consultant or a contract worker? And that's how we came up with the projects. That gives you very different answers than if you ask, hey, do you have anything a volunteer can help you with? So here's a list of the projects. We had some really impressive people with great titles from our community contribute. We had folks from New Belgium as the digital marketing manager and the sustainability manager at HP donate to help redo the Natural Areas website, which was amazing. And then we had a health researcher from CU and the former plant select director from CSU Extension help us analyze over 13 years of ranger data. So really impressive titles, really high-level projects. The cool thing, I think, about the skills-based volunteers, it's not really a new concept around the country, but what was new was the cohort model. So folks went through this process that you can see on the screen, but it was identified as a best practice when we got our Service Enterprise certification earlier this year. That's a national certification that cities, we're the third city in the country to get, nonprofits get, and that was identified as one of the reasons that we got the award. So the next steps that we're looking at is we actually just advertised our spring projects today and already have a few applications, which is really exciting. In human resources, Susan Schaefer is working on helping mobilize other departments to do the same sort of type of cohort model. And where other government agencies and nonprofits are getting curious about us, there's a white paper being written about this and being shared. We're hoping to speak at conferences and host webinars about it because it really has impacted our volunteer program.